Hi, my name is Venna. I'm originally from Rio, but I live in Nandi. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm John from Cornabuan, Tapua. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Makanisi.
We love listening to Today FM because it rocks in bar.
Bula, my name is Tisa. Loving listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Tonight, final rites for drowning victims. Major water cuts between Suva-Nausori corridor. And SODELPA begins candidate selection.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The 3 children and their father who drowned in the Lambasa River on Monday afternoon have been laid to rest. Over 100 people turned up at Line Point Mbatini Kama in Lambasa to say their final goodbyes. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
It's never a mother's dream to bury her children. The sorrow remains, the heartache never ending. It's the second heartbreaking farewell for 3 children in a week in Lambasa. Today, Kaitiro Takaro bid farewell to her 2 sons, Ayan and Aman, her daughter Ahana, and her husband Mohammed Kayum, who all died when they drowned in the Lambasa River on Monday night. The distraught mother was in Nambowalu when the tragedy happened. She had left following a dispute with her husband.
We had a few issues as a married couple does.
She's still trying to understand why he ended his life and that of their 3 innocent children.
There's no transport here. I couldn't come home. Kayum told me to come somehow, even if it's late. He didn't let me talk to the kids. He then told me to listen to the news the next day.
It's the worst kind of pain, one she will live with for the rest of her life. Finding solace in this time of grief is hard, but her hope now rests with her 11-year-old son who survived the tragedy. Eleanor Turangaivu, FBC News.
More than 100 people have applied to contest the 2018 general elections under the Social Democratic Liberal Party banner. Party leader Sitiveni Rambuka says they haven't started vetting any applications as yet. Vakasa Rainima has the story.
SODELPA leader Sitiveni Rambuka says applications for candidacy have closed and a selection committee will shortly begin sifting through the 100 submissions.
At this stage, we should be at the selection process where applications have been received and closed. We're into the process of selection now, where the selection committee will sit and liaise with the various branches.
Rambuka says the selection program was set by the management committee before he came on board as party leader, and that format will be followed leading up to the 2018 elections. The SODELPA leader recently returned from Australia, where he sought support from party supporters.
No, it was more about asking them if they were already organized into branches. Whether they are aware of the possible changes in our manifesto, whether they are participating in the membership drive for the members of the political party, the SODELPA, in those areas.
Rambuka has also begun visiting SODELPA strongholds after seeking permission from traditional leaders in various communities. He says he is keeping voters abreast of developments within the party. Tokas Renima, FBC News.
Nearly 200,000 people along the Suva-Nausori corridor could be without water over the weekend. Water Authority of Fiji engineers repaired one of the main valves between the Waila pumping station and Wainimbuku Reservoir last night. However, WAF Chief Executive Opata Ravai says refilling of empty main pipes was hampered by the electrical outage and therefore water supply will be affected for the next 2 days. Ravai says they have to gradually refill 70% of the pipes which supply the Suva-Nausori corridor, and people must store water and use it wisely during this time. Some businesses in Suva complained of disruptions to normal services with an electricity outage lasting close to 4 hours this morning. The power blackout across Viti level began around 6:30 a.m. and ended around 10:30 a.m. Fiji Electricity Authority Public Relations Officer Karunesh Rao confirms a lightning strike affected their Waila Cunningham transmitter, resulting in a power blackout. FBC News spoke to a few business owners who were affected.
It's really affecting. As soon as we came, like in the morning, when we opened and we saw all our neighbors, they all are being affected with this power shut up. It's really affecting our business, especially this time of the year. The business is not up to par.
Business is really down and it's really slack and it's really hot inside. Customers are not coming in. It's really slack, yeah.
Fiji will receive $4 million from the European Union to prepare for the 23rd session of the Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention on Climate Change. This was confirmed by the European Union Director General for International Cooperation and Development, Stefano Manservisi, this morning. Sainiani Boiler reports.
The European Union has always been a strong backer of Fiji's presidency of COP23, and today it's fronted up with financial support.
Very pleased to see that this leadership now is going on in chairing COP23, and very pleased therefore to have to be in a position to help Fiji with €3 million, which in dollars is close to $4 million, in order to support this important role.
The funding will go a long way for Fiji as we draw closer to COP23 in early November in Bonn, Germany. Manservisi says the EU will continue engaging with Fiji and also offer financial support.
In program that we are ongoing, support to justice, for example, support to creation of business, and all what is part of our structure, support and dialogue with Fiji.
We find the European Union a very genuine, very committed partner with Fiji in respect of resolving or addressing many of our development issues, and also working together with them for the future.
The European Union is working on helping the Fijian Elections Office with its preparations for the 2018 polls. The EU will also provide financial assistance of $90 million from 2014 to 2020. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Papua New Guinea Parliament today acknowledged Fiji's official announcement to receive commercial quantities of PNG products. PNG Trade Minister Richard Maru said he received the official notice of this development this morning. Rachel Nutt has more.
Earlier this month, Trade Minister Richard Maru took a strong stand against Fiji for not allowing commercial quantities of ox and palm, Tokai rice and Lee biscuits to enter Fiji market.
It's been a long battle, and Mr. Speaker, I'm very thankful that the Fiji government has come good, and I also, on behalf of our country and our government, thank the Fiji government for finally doing the right thing.
Initially, his Fijian counterpart, Feaz Koya, said Fiji will not back down on their position. However, last week there was a change of heart, and Koya released a press statement saying Fiji has changed that position.
Our intention is very clear. We need to export more of our products to Fiji, our canned tuna, fresh fish, our ground coffee and other products which are sold globally.
Usino Bandai MP Antone Yangama asked if other products were going to be exported to Fiji as well following this development. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Still to come, murder accused in court. And more than 1,000 students graduate from USP.
हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
हाय
Hey, we bad girls. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
Nives Tavrao Ameritan Suntaya Mirchi FM is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
A 26-year-old woman has beaten the odds, graduating with a Bachelor of Law from the University of the South Pacific today. Josanne Pene faced challenges from birth, with doctors saying she wouldn't live very long. Ana Ravulo tells the story of how this young woman has never taken no for an answer.
It was never easy for Josanne Pene. She and her 4 siblings grew up without a mother, and their father was never around.
My journey was not so smooth. After Mom died, my mom's 3 sisters, whom without I would not be here today, they really struggled a lot, and they helped me education-wise. Anything I needed, they actually were there for me.
Pene was born premature and so had slow growth at an early age. She only learned to read when she reached class 4, but the real struggle began when she enrolled into USB. It was an academic life no one had prepared her for. Pene even admits she failed a few units. However, 6 years later, she's graduated with a Bachelor of Law.
I really wish that my mom was here today to see me graduate. I actually cried after I received the degree, and I thought of how happy she would have been to see me graduate today with my Bachelor of Laws degree.
Pene is now pursuing her studies in professional diploma in legal practice before she's admitted to bar in August. Meanwhile, more than 1,000 students graduated from USP today. Ana Ravulo, FBC News.
56-year-old Timothy Lolohe, charged with 1 count of murder and 1 count of criminal trespass, appeared in the Suva High Court this afternoon. Lolohe is alleged to have murdered his de facto partner, 23-year-old Ellen Nondidovi, at Nasilivata Road in Nandera. It's also alleged Lolohe entered the compound of one Zulfika Beg with intent to commit an offence. He allegedly showed up at Beg's house, where the deceased was working, and stabbed her multiple times. Prosecutors have asked for 1 month to file information and disclosures. The matter has been adjourned to May 1st. A 30-year-old mother found guilty of infanticide will be sentenced in May. Torika Kenona from Kandavu caused the death of her child by blocking his nose after giving birth. The alleged incident happened on 5th April 2016. Kenona was to be sentenced today. However, Judge Justice Salesi Temo had a week-long trial and could not prepare in time. She will now be sentenced on May 19th. FBC TV has launched a new local TV talk show called Dudurui. Host and producer Malakai Ngangandava says the half-hour TV show will specifically target the Itauke community with English subtitles for the benefit of all Fijians. Dudurui will air at 6:30 p.m. every Thursday night.
With Dudurui, I will be talking on or addressing on thorny issues in the Itauke community that are considered to be a taboo, to be discussed.
Tourism earnings for the December quarter went up by more than 13% last year, finishing at around $471 million. Earnings from Australia went up by 15.3% to $264.8 million, comprising 56.2% to the total. New Zealand was the second highest contributor, going up by 13.8% and earning $70 million. The United States contributed $34.6 million, an increase of 14.6%. Continental Europe contributed $21.6 million. And later on in sports, Jamie joins us to tell us really about Chasa Vermalu's expectations in Hong Kong. But next up is Rachel with business.
Yes, Jackie, coming up in business tonight. Funding boost for Human Resource Institute. And in Go in Fiji, HFC enhances services for rural communities. Stay with us.
I'm Rafmil from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Stanley Godler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Watraki, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in National Life Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inay Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In business tonight, the Fiji Human Resources Institute today received a 5,000 boost from Eskimo Toes for their 12th awards night next month. The awards recognizes individuals who have contributed towards the development of human resources in their organization. Eskimo Toes Chief Executive Greg Sims stressed the importance of motivating employees and rewarding those who have been working tirelessly.
We are very, very pleased to get behind this year. To recognise the people who put in all the hard work and hard effort to retain, motivate and keep our employees engaged.
With a look at the world economic scene as we go into the weekend, here's Elizabeth from HFC Bank.
Thanks, Rachel. The United States fourth quarter gross domestic product was revised up to 2.1% annualized rate from the 1.9% previously reported. This reflects a rise in consumer spending. Wall Street gained again. The Dow Jones rose 69.17 points and the S&P 500 was up 6.93.
Change rates. The Chinese yuan and the American dollar weakened against our dollar to close at 3.25 and 47 cents respectively. The Australian and New Zealand dollar strengthened to close at 61 and 66 cents. Meanwhile, the PNG Kina went down to close at 1.31. On to the commodities market. Oil rose to close at $50.40 a barrel. Gold went down, closing at $1,248 an ounce, and silver followed suit to close at $18.12 an ounce. And in Growing Fiji tonight, people banking with HFC will no longer have to travel into towns and cities for financial transactions. Soon they'll be able to do this from their neighborhood convenience store. This new service enables customers in the rural and urban areas to open and maintain a bank account through their Vodafone retail outlets. Pranitha Prakash has more.
The new initiative is aimed at taking the banking services to the unbanked communities.
An HFC Bank customer can perform HFC Bank ATM card-based transactions such as deposits, withdrawals, transfers, in-store purchases, bill payments, and mobile top-ups.
The United Nations Capital Development Fund, through the Pacific Financial Inclusion Program, has provided $1.2 million to roll out the program.
This partnership has the potential to bring digital financial services to about 66,000 people, many of whom are rural women and youth. So this is a hugely exciting step forward.
A survey in 2015 revealed that more than half of rural adults don't have bank accounts compared to just 1/4 of urban adults. The new financial service is expected to be fully operational from July. Pranitha Prakash, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the business desk. Now to sports, and here's Jamie with the latest.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening. Coming up, possible FIFA World Cup slot for OFC qualifier. And records fall at Super Zone 2 meets. This and more after the break.
Warong na Radio Fiji One. Bulan arango pina o korabili nandi. Auto talitaka na warongo na Radio Fiji One. Na programa ni mas masu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai bunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe video talitakini na warongo na Radio Fiji One gene na domo iviti.
Na Radio Fiji One na domo iviti na bonga ni bienani.
The Fiji Football Association has welcomed news that the Oceania Football Confederation could get a direct slot for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. If approved, the winner from OFC goes straight to the World Cup without having to play another qualifier, as is the current format. Wasnil Prasad reports.
It's 9 years away, but Fiji FA is optimistic this move by FIFA is the best chance we may have ever to play at the World Cup.
The FIFA has made a very good things because it's a direct qualification, so it changed a lot of things. We have not to go through Asia or CONCACAF.
An OFC qualifier doesn't come easy though. Preparation will need extra attention.
As coach, as head coach, believe me, it gives me full of power. To know that I will give my best to develop the football to reach a big level, to show that Fiji can have a place in the world.
Fiji FA's technical director Ravinesh Kumar says preparation for all Oceania teams should begin now.
We should not plan in 2020 or 2026, we should plan now as to how we are going to achieve our goal, and our goal will be to qualify for the World Cup.
Fiji FA Chief Executive Mohammad Yusuf has also welcomed the news.
This is a great news for the Oceania countries. In the past we have been struggling.
The recommendation will be submitted to FIFA Council for ratification on May 9th, 2 days prior to the 67th FIFA Congress. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji Sevens team will play a few friendly matches against Hong Kong in the lead-up to its home tournament. Meanwhile, coach Gareth Baber hopes the inclusion of more senior players will boost its bid to claim a third consecutive title at Sokan Po. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Chasa Veremalua is one of the experienced players back in the team and is expected to play a vital role in the Hong Kong Sevens.
I've been working hard on my fitness, and I've been missing that for the last leg. For last week is in Vancouver. I've been trying so hard to put my body on the line.
Coach Gareth Baber is also confident with Veremalua. Baber says Veremalua and Isaki Kotonimbau's inclusion will strengthen their defense.
We have a way that we play and I'm trying to develop, and I suppose that one of the biggest strategies probably is to obviously rely on the numbers of tries that we do score and the points that we do rack up against teams, and we're still top of the tree in that.
The team left early for Hong Kong for many reasons.
I'm looking forward to building that up over the next few days and into the next week, and really getting them to a position where they're ready to go come Friday.
Hong Kong Sevens will be played from next Friday to Sunday. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Morris Brothers and St. Joseph dominated the boys and girls divisions respectively at the Suva Zone 2 athletics competition at the NZ Stadium in Suva today. While both schools used the zone as a build-up for next month's Coca-Cola Games, other schools took the opportunity to test themselves against some of the best. Red Deo has more.
Another year and schools from around Suva took to the track and field to try and qualify for the Co Games.
Every year the competition is getting better and better, and more expectations from the ex-scholars and the parents and the students to themselves. So this year's competition, I know that there are more and many records to be broken at the end.
15 schools took part in this year's Suva Zone 2 competition. With the way things wrapped up here today, Karawanga says she won't be surprised if schools from this zone dominate next month's national finals.
We are looking forward for that, like ACS and the Western schools. They are also preparing well, and Suva 2, we know that we will come up the best this year.
Tiasi Nandroka of Morris Brothers High School won last year's Interboys 100 meters final and cruised to win the senior division today. He has now set his sights on the blue ribbon event at the national finals.
I'm just recovering from my injury. So I'm now to go back to training and better my time and get ready for Cooks.
The Maritime Zone will be held in 2 weeks before the national finals from the 20th to the 22nd of next month at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
5 local coaches are taking part in the OFC B license coaching course at the Fiji FA headquarters. It's the second part of the latest B license workshop that focused on technical aspects of the game. It also builds on the C&D licenses that covered knowledge on planning, delivering and evaluating practical sessions.
Part 2, there will be a lot more application on the field and really applying some of the I guess the challenges that people have gone through individually and collectively to affect and improve players and improve our game.
I've been monitoring their work since last year September, and they have been doing very well on paper, that is during the assignments.
That's it from sports this evening. Angie joins you with a weather update later on. And in the world of the weird and the wonderful, take a look at the famous 85-year-old cinema in India that's closing its doors. That's coming up.
Warong na Radio Fiji 1. Bulan evango fina wa korabiri nandi au talitaka na warongo na Radio Fiji 1 na programo ni masmasu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai vunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe do talitakini na warongo na Radio Fiji 1 gene na domo iviti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 na domo iviti na vonga ni bienen.
If you're older than 40, you may find you need reading glasses. If you don't want to wear them, you can try holding the newspaper or book further away, or you can download an app and train your brain to see more clearly close up. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hooray! It's Friday, the day most of us look forward to. I know I do, because it's the weekend when everyone makes plans, even if it's just to chill or do something really exciting. Although it was raining in many parts of the country today, but we won't let that spoil our weekend mood. Now that's the spirit. Now let's check out what the weather was like in the west. It was mostly cloudy with Ba hitting 33 degrees. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, there was a mix of sun and clouds with showers and more expected by overnight. And up in Vanuatu, cloudiness covered much of the north, followed by a few showers. At sea, easterly winds 15 to 20 knots with moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, the next high tide will be at 9:19 tonight, with a low tide tomorrow morning at 3:27. Tomorrow's sunrise will be at 6:13. Also tomorrow, the day looks fair with few showers in the east by the evening. Tomorrow's temps, the western side will be warm with highs of 31 and lows of 24. And looking further on to Sunday, it will be pretty much the same as Saturday. And that, Jackie, is FBC weather for tonight.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fijian Pulse today, we ask, should authorities take strict action against school students involved in brawls?
Should be taken into task because brawls have been happening for so many years, and well, students should learn not to fight each other.
They need to be put into their place, discipline. Games are games to have fun, not coming to fight.
It's not the first time that this happened. It's happened many years, many decades in a row, and this is probably just the result of not enough being taken. Not enough action being taken.
Yes, they should be punished severely and taught a lesson.
Recapping the main stories, final rites for drowning victims, major water cuts between Suva-Nausori corridor, and Sadelpa begins candidate selection. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Now to our poll question. This week we are asking, should a train system be put in place to curb peak hour traffic? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go on to today's shot of the day, our contributor today is Seriana Daya from Denarau Nadi, a perfect location to wind down after a long, hectic week. Many say there is no better smell than fresh sea air. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. Until next time, from the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
कमल रोशनी है, हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची FM सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hey, we bad girls. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
Nivesh Tavrao Bameritan Sunta ya Mirchi FM is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.